Hello, I am Ellie. Let's have a conversation about dating. As someone who is just starting to get out there, dating, using online dating, I understand how difficult it can be to navigate this online dating process. So let's hang out and let's talk about it in a natural, non-script, flowy way. So one of the things that I've noticed right off the bat is the energy that I was holding as I was going on to dating websites. So our energy is so important. The energy that we are embodying, we are putting out into the world. And so right off the bat, whatever energy we're embodying as we're scrolling through these dating websites is going to be really important to notice and to pivot if we need to. So last night I was on these dating websites and I realized that I was embodying this energy of resistance. It was sort of like, I don't like this doesn't feel good, I'm not enjoying this. And I realized, whoa, okay, this isn't the energy that I want to embody, to emanate, and then to come back to me, right? So I started to just pivot with my thoughts and with my energy by changing my thoughts, by changing my perspective, or just by shifting my perspective actually, that I started to have fun. I started to realize that actually this is fun. It's like shopping almost for a potential partner or a potential friendship. I'm really open right now to friendships with men, if that's going to be a good fit, or to take it slow and find a partnership that's going to be really, really good for me. So just by changing my perspective and just being mindful of the thoughts that I have, this changed my energy. So now I'm going into online dating last night and today from this fresh new perspective of this is fun. I'm going to enjoy this and it doesn't have to be so serious. I really like to be in this light-hearted energy, and this is a beautiful place to be in, a beautiful energy when we're starting dating. So when we really want to start dating, it's important to kind of check in with ourselves and see where we're at. So for me, I don't need a relationship. I'm quite happy hanging out all by myself. I really enjoy being by myself. I get to do whatever I want to do just the way I like it, and I really love it. And I also love partnerships, so I'm open to partnerships, but I don't need a partnership. And this is where we want to be in dating, because if this is not where we're at energetically, we tend to pull and grasp onto people. We can really easily get trapped in limerence, so projecting what we want a potential partner to be instead of being rooted in reality of who this person actually is. So this is a place of empowerment. This is how we can enter into relationships from a healthy place. One way we can enter from a healthy place. So I'm just having a lot of fun with it. And one of the things that I am noticing is that the more that I get rooted into knowing exactly what I want and also what I don't want, the easier it is for me to navigate through these dating websites. And also self-love and self-appreciation, knowing my own self-worth, knowing my values, knowing what I'm going to put up with and what I'm just simply not going to put up with is really, really helpful. And I'm always paying attention to these things. So for me, for example, just to share, I'm a really lighthearted, peaceful, joyful person, and I am really looking for someone who is going to be a complement to the energy that I'm in. I want someone to enjoy life with. I don't want someone who is always angry or stressed out or always looking at the cup half empty. So I'm really paying attention to these things, and it's really beautiful just to be in a place where I just love myself, I appreciate myself, and I know my own value. And so I'm always listening this is the other thing that is really helpful for us dating, is to really pay attention to not only what a person is saying, but what they're not saying. What they're not saying is just as important as what they are saying. And so I've been really just paying a lot of attention to that. So for example, I'll just give you a little example. I was just casually talking to someone on one of these dating websites, and we had a few sentences exchanged, and we decided, let's meet up for coffee this week. Fine, yeah, let's do it. What's the harm in just meeting up for a cup of coffee? But there was about 4 days in between when we were supposed to meet up, and he never messaged me to solidify plans or anything like that. It wasn't until late the night before, after I was already sleeping, that he messaged and said, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? And for me, this is a no. This is a no. Like, my time is very valuable. I'm not sitting around waiting for someone. So if you are going to be wishy-washy, last minute trying to come in, that's just not going to work for me. That speaks to me. This shows me that this person doesn't value my time. They're kind of all over the place. They're not able to create structure that I would like. And so it's just, there's nothing wrong with this person. It's just not what I want. It's not the energy they want. And that's okay. So it's no hard feelings, just okay, move on. So yeah, I'm just really paying attention, and really paying attention to the details, and just having a really lighthearted, fun, good time. And one of the things I want to say for any men that are watching, so I'm a woman on dating websites looking for a man to be in a relationship with. And one of the things I notice is that on men's dating profiles, a lot of men don't say anything. It's just some pictures and some like basic info that you fill out on the website. And some men will have like one line, one sentence. And so something to know if you are a man watching this is that women need communication. We are not just we're much less visual than men are. Men are very visual. That's beautiful. That's fine. But women, we don't operate from that way. It's more about the energy, the heart of the man, the depth of a man. So we need to know something about you. We don't want to just look at your picture. There's not enough information for us. So on those dating profiles where men don't say anything at all, or just one line, it's always a left for me, because it's just, I don't want to have to be captain investigator and figuring out who you are. I need just a few basic things about you. Like, tell me about yourself. So that's a really good tip for any men watching. And of course, I'm a woman, so I don't know for men what you're experiencing on that side. So yeah, I'm really excited about dating. Tell me, are you dating right now? Let me know in the comments. What are some issues that you're coming up with? Maybe I can make some videos about it and talk about it. So the other thing I wanted to just mention is, when you are dating, it's so important to look at and recognize your dating patterns. So for me, for example, I have this pattern, super aware of it, that I'm attracting in men who have high narcissistic tendencies. I don't know if they're actually narcissistic or not, doesn't matter, but they have strong narcissistic tendencies. And this is something that I am going to break the pattern of. How? So how you break this pattern, and I know a lot of people are running into this problem of running into people, getting into relationships with people who have narcissistic tendencies. So one thing I know, information that came in strongly, is I need to go much slower, because people who have high narcissistic tendencies, they are really good at hiding their true self. Everyone is, actually, all the way up to about 7 months. This is when like the honeymoon phase ends, where like the rush of chemicals we get from meeting a new person, brand new person, start to fade away. And people can wear masks for quite a long time, but not really past 7 months. So something that I'm doing for myself, a really loving act, a way to be empowered in myself, not to wind up in situations like I have previously where I realize, oh my goodness, after I'm deep in, already committed in the relationship, and then their masks come off and I realize, oh no. So what I'm doing is I'm not going to jump into anything. I'm taking it super, super slow until that 7-month mark. I really want to wait and see when the masks come off. I want to see, how are you when you're angry? How are you when you're super stressed? How are you when you're frustrated? How are you going to be to me? How are you going to be to others? And how are you going to be to yourself? Yeah, because the way that someone treats themselves is how they're going to treat you. This is really important to know. So I'm really excited about honoring myself, honoring my boundaries, and just taking it slow. There's no rush. There's no need to race to the finish line. If someone is for me, then they're going to be patient. They're going to want to take it slow, to honor my boundaries. So that's the other thing. Boundaries are so important, and I love setting boundaries early on in relationships, even before they get to a relationship point, just dating someone. Because if someone cannot honor your boundaries, especially up front, they're not going to honor your boundaries ever. And that's so important. A couple weeks ago, I met up with a man for the first time, and before we met up, I always set this boundary with men because this is a strong boundary that I have. It's important. And I just let them know also to be considerate of the man so that he's not rejected, doesn't have to experience the energy of rejection. It's not a good feeling. I don't want that for men. So I just let them know, hey, take the pressure off yourself. I don't kiss on the first date. That's maybe 3rd, 4th date energy for me. And so, and I will even sometimes, I'm going to stop doing that. But in the past, I have explained why. I let the person know why that's the case for me. But that I'm realizing that I don't need to do that. I don't need to explain myself so much. So I went on a date with this man. I had set this clear boundary. It's a very reasonable, very clear boundary. I had even told him why, because he was a spiritual man, and I explained the spiritual aspect for me. And we got together, and what does he do? He tries to make out with me. He tries to get very physical. And it was like, whoa. Jimmy, are you serious? His name wasn't Jimmy. I say Jimmy randomly all the time for some reason. So that's really important information. That's a strong no. That's a get out of here, Jim type of energy for me. Like, if you cannot honor my boundaries now, then you have no intention of ever honoring my boundaries. So it's so important to start becoming aware of what is really happening, coming to know yourself. What are your boundaries? What do you want? What are you not going to tolerate? And for me, I'm not tolerating men who do not respect my boundaries. That's a hard no. So it's so beautiful to start to just date with this lighthearted awareness and self-love, and also to be really considerate for the people that you're engaging with. That's so important. I love me, but I love you. I love everyone. And so there's no reason to be nasty or cruel, especially if you realize like it's not going to work out. So for example, with that man where he didn't honor my boundaries, I didn't message him and like let him have it, because whatever we put out in the world, we get back. I want to put out love. I want to put out consideration. And so I just messaged him very kindly. I called him out on the fact that he didn't honor my boundaries, and I just let him know that I really wished him well. I thought he was a beautiful person, but it just wasn't right for me. It wasn't going to work for me. And that's beautiful. That's honorable. I love to be someone with honor and integrity. And so I want to have lots more conversations about dating. It's like a jungle out there. But like I said, really at the beginning of the video, it's important to be aware of your energy, because whatever we are embodying, the energy, that is what we are manifesting with. That's what we're drawing into our lives. So it's so important to be aware. Is your energy of a desperate, needy grasping? Is your energy of one of anxiety, one of not trusting, one of just feeling like this is never going to work? That's an energy I hear read in a lot of men's profiles, this isn't gonna work, I don't know why I'm here. Well, that's what you're gonna get. And something that's really beautiful, I love this, is our words they're like spells. Like when our words, we are powerfully calling things in. We're like rooting into things with our words. So our words are so important. And so my dating profile is really like an invocation. It's a calling forth. I'm very intentional with my words, and I even have a sacred invocation on one of the photo prompts where I'm calling in this man who is going to really be able to see me, hear me, love me, and to hold me in a masculine containment. And this is the man that I'm going to be devoted to. So I'm using my words as this powerful invocation. And so our words are really powerful. The energy that we're holding as we're dating, and the words and the energy of those words are going to be what we're going to get back. So this is beautiful to become aware of. All right, I'm so excited. It's fun to be dating. I'm free, I'm single, I love it. And also I'm really open to friendship, partnership, just getting to know men, and this is exciting. And so I hope you're excited too. If you like this video, go ahead and support me by subscribing, and I will love to connect with you soon. Thank you.